Hello, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of Power Rangers Heirs to Olympus, where we are going to be doing that thing we spoke about that one time, aka the date and the duel. I'm Matthew, and I am the GM for this lovely game with these lovely players.
And I'm in danger.
Only a little bit, Medusa's not going to kill you, turn into
I'm
stone.
not in danger.
No,
Like,
you
you're
are.
in as much, if not more
You're
danger, if I'm honest with
You're
you.
in a different kind of danger.
Yeah.
I'm in
Like-
sexy danger.
The alimony type of danger.
If I had a choice between the date and the duel, I'd pick the duel. And then probably the date, if I'm being honest. But definitely
Because
start
you
with
die
the
quickly.
duel.
Because you die quickly.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm Matthew. I'm the GM. Date and a duel. Enough said. Take it away.
How many times have you said that?
Just now.
So many.
Hi, I'm Killian, and I play Millie, the Purple Ranger, and I'm the one that's in the duel with Medusa, because I'm smart.
You'll have to forgive her, Lady Medusa. She isn't a people person.
Am I
I am
next?
a snake person, though.
Hi, I am Michael, and I will be playing Winslow, aka T-Dubs. I have the date. And the
Hello.
red Ranger, right, apart.
Hello there. I am the other Michael, and I will be playing Alexander, our Pink Ranger, and I will be providing ambience.
If you crash my date, I might stab you.
Ambience.
Daring, adventurous, immaculate, eccentric, limitless. All
Oh, no.
descriptors for me, Daniel III. Enjoy that acrostic intro. I anticipate not doing anything today. This is the last time you're going to hear me speak in this episode.
We'll see.
You can just sit back and watch the double disasters that are coming.
I'm gonna be on iFunny.
Just
I'm
gonna
just
get
be like, yep.
sketch pads and just be like,
Yep. Daniel is gonna be at the club. Like, I don't. Anyone has to ask, where's Daniel? He's at the club. Like,
we start this episode then at the next morning from our lovely party, from where the dinner and the date, the duel and the date were arranged in the first place. Millie has received a message from Medusa with a time and location. Not too early in the morning, just we'll say 10 o'clock. We don't want to be too early before the fighting, but it does seem to be in a garden, just tucked away somewhere nicely.
Probably where she makes her statues.
Far away from prying eyes, but also somewhere nice to, exchange blows. Daniel and Alexander both received messages from Daniel's sister.
Mm.
The former is a thanks, appreciating the fact that he did attend the party and that he did exactly as he said he would. He schmoozed, he was the dutiful brother, he went around and introduced himself. He was very well behaved, and it was appreciated. She does say that they should meet again to talk about opening a new gallery for his artwork, and that she feels that perhaps he should look into working with a different medium, perhaps sculptures. She has a friend that could get him started if it's something that he is interested in. For Alexander, she She just lets him know that the member of staff that managed to make a mess out of his original suit was fired. She does apologize for that whole hiccup. And that she enjoyed what little time they were able to share at the party, and that she hopes it won't be too long before they're able to do so again.
Alexander will view the message from the little scroll down thing, but he will leave it unread.
Rude.
For now. Dun dun dun.
Winslow does get a message from Medusa as well. It's just a question: what time and where?
Yeah. There. 4 o'clock at movie theater.
Yes, movie theater. Very well known.
The theater in the place.
Yorick, as he does every morning, begins to ensure that the cooking staff make breakfasts and the cleaning staff go about doing their own tasks. Make sure that Master Daniel has everything he needs for the day. Millie, is there anything, any particular routine or anything you would be undergoing to prepare for your duel?
Millie does, before she comes out for breakfast, does some meditative yoga to kind of center herself and control any panic that has now ensued since she's not drinking anymore. And then she comes out and asks Yarick for like a really good sized omelet that's chock full of bacon and ham, and throw spinach and mushrooms and tomatoes in it, and smother it all in hot sauce. Get that protein in before the fight.
Yorick sort of directs her towards one of the many pads scattered around in different places around the house where she can order her food from. It's just like the cook will be sure to get that started for you. It shouldn't take long, of course. I'm just at the moment seeing to Master Daniel's needs, but yes, of course, Lady
And
Millie.
coffee, all the coffee, as she's ordering like 4 cappuccinos.
And the food turns up not long after with the 4 cappuccinos and is fantastic as one would expect. The bottle of hot sauce next to the plate of the omelette, just sitting beside it, in case how much you want is a personal choice. But the omelette itself is gorgeous. Thick
The
cuts
size
of
of my
bacon,
head.
easily the size of your head, if not bigger. And yeah, a nice big healthy breakfast. So when it comes round to the duel, you're
Please don't kill my date, like as you're leaving.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm the one in danger, but
Should we maybe not go with?
Are we invited to watch? I didn't know.
I mean, I was assuming.
Oh.
Because if I get turned into a statue, you guys gotta take me to Hades and Persephone.
I mean, yeah, then at some point an intervention may need to be called, or just back up.
I also feel that Billy spent the evening attempting to incorporate the anti-Medusa glasses into the Power Rangers helmet. Because
smash
she's
out
gonna
the-
be morphed and the glasses won't really fit underneath it. So I will make a roll for that if I have to.
Yeah, magical armor though. If you're already wearing the glasses, it just kind of forms around them.
I will say that with Thea's help with her own magical abilities, the magical armor itself, and the fact that the glasses are magical, she's able to transfer the magic inside of them to the helmets, which is going to be very useful for the future potentially.
Did you say
Lily
helmets
will then
plural?
send to
Helmets
the
plural.
Thea probably did it to hers too. We will send out a message in the group text of, so you might need Thea's help, but we did it. They're the glasses incorporated into the helmets.
Fantastic.
Can't wear the helmet on a date though.
Did we actually fuse the glasses with the helmet or just duplicate it on the helmet?
You fuse the glasses with the helmet, but make me an alertness check as well.
Is this
Winslow
perception?
2? No, just straight alertness.
I got a 6.
This is my not alertness character.
Yeah, well,
Although,
you did
okay.
much better than me.
Well, you're both awesome because the difficulty was only a 5. It was a very easy check. But Winslow got 3 degrees of success, 3 additional degrees of success. I'll be honest with you, there's not much I can give you beyond what the easy difficulty was. You recall that there were a lot of people talking to Medusa yesterday without glasses that weren't being turned to stone.
Okay, so maybe it's something she can turn off. Okay.
You could see her true form wearing them, which is something that those glasses did seem to impart.
Mm-hmm.
And they did protect you against, or they would supposedly also protect you against them, any sort of petrification. But in her more mortal guise, apparently not something to be worried about.
Alright, note.
Okay. That changes things. All right.
Alright, so are you guys coming with for moral or immoral support?
Yeah, absolutely.
Be entirely honest with me. Do you want me there?
I mean, at least if you're distracting me with your making fun of me, then I'm less panicky.
Very well.
We'll
I shall
prop
come
you up with
with you.
negativity. I see. Yes. Good, yeah.
Worry
Yeah.
not, child. The snake will probably not kill you.
Eve comes out and kind of hisses at him a little bit.
Hello, creature.
Don't worry, Eve. He meant the other snake.
All right. So I have the address, but I don't drive. So I honestly
Yark!
need a booster seat, and then I can't reach the fucking pedals. So
First of
At
all,
that-
Yorick has things to do. He's busy. We'll call one of the drivers. His,
At that
his job
point-
is very important.
Aphrodite pulls into the drive in a splendid, over-the-top red limousine. Eye-catchingly red, like cherry red limousine. Not stretch,
I
but
turn to Winslow. I think this is yours.
I was wondering that myself, actually. I feel it's weirdly resonant. Yeah.
It seems color-coded. I believe this will belong to you by the end of the day.
a driver
gonna
gets
do the
out,
whole limb?
opens the passenger door. Aphrodite sort of slowly slides out in a gorgeous red dress, looking as if she slept a full 12 hours, although, bearing in mind what time she must have got home, physically not possible. And she's just, darlings, I thought I'd come and shepherd you away to your fight for the morning. And Winslow, I just thought perhaps you might need this later. So after we've been dropped home, I'm going to get a ride back, and it's yours for the evening. Just don't break it. very expensive.
I appreciate the offer, but I had something a little more low key in mind.
Loki, where?
What's wrong with it?
It's very fancy.
Look at the bright
I'm
red
not.
limousine.
It's a beautiful
supposed to
limo.
be fancy.
I know. I'm going for not that fancy of a date. Trying to be
Wow.
real with her and not impress her for the sake of impressing her, you know? I actually might want this to go somewhere. So
Your loss. But everybody inside.
Mhm.
Millie, darling, are you ready for the fight? Any tips? Any tricks needed?
I mean, punchy, pop up.
Here, I saw a movie where this worked, and I hand her a 2005 iPod Mini with reflective back.
Listen, I would totally incorporate music into my
What? No,
power armor.
I meant to look at her through the eye. Whatever.
Oh.
I'm gonna reach
She's
over to like the limbo controls and just queue up "You're the best around."
You're the best.
That's for you.
around.
Millie immediately starts making playlists based off of emotions.
The driver gets
Alexander's
back in.
just peeking over her shoulder, looking at the songs that she's looking through.
It's all like early 2000s emo music for the most part.
It's cool. I have a guitar and a violin. I'm good. I can pull that off. I can play both at the same time. It's all good.
Once you're all safe inside, the driver gets back in, pulls out of the drive, and takes off at a sedate pace. There's no rushing about. Takes every turn safely, stops at every red light. It's just perfect drive. Aphrodite is just chatting away in the background, just inane chitter chatter. Just nothing useful, nothing. It's just chitter chatter, you know. Oh, Daniel, how was Amelia? Did she have a good night? She did ask me a favor, but I'm really not sure about it. And
Daniel looking more and more physically ill the more he has to talk about his sister.
the limo pulls up to the gardens about 20 minutes later, and you walk through a very small hedge maze. It's like the hedge maze itself is only like 3 foot off the ground. It's just the appearance of a maze rather than any actual confusion or obstacle. It is meticulously gardened, meticulously pruned. There are flowers growing everywhere. And as you wander through it, you begin to notice stone sculptures. Because of course you would. And you
Tell me,
notice...
does Daniel see his family member that is apparently in there?
Oh, no. This family member, Daniel's family member is in his own garden.
Oh, gotcha.
It's even worse. Yeah. But what you do notice is that the bulk of the statues, sculptures are mostly look to be Greek, male, mostly wielding weapons, shields, in aggressive poses, fighters, warriors. Some are wielding bows and arrows, but most have their eyes wide open, and there's very clearly a theme.
As we're
Very,
walking
very
through
few
these
women.
statues, Millie is like, morph! So that the glasses are now over her face.
Daniel puts
Shimmy,
on his circles.
Yeah, Alexander will follow suit as well.
I'm not morphing because that feel if we walk up in in like unison, all morphed, she might think it's a jumping, and I'm not about that.
Yeah, no.
I'm the only
I'm
one
not
fighting, so
Yeah, no. I'm not trying to make her feel more threatened than she
No, please
should
don't.
be. Yeah, no. I'm not.
Yeah.
I was here
No,
because
that's
I was
completely
asked
valid.
to be.
That is a fair point. I'll stay in my plain clothes.
Do you put on your stars?
I don't have them anymore. He swapped them out, didn't he, the bastard? We're in my outfit.
Boston.
My shades are actually on my head. I'm not wearing them.
You make me an alertness check. I want to say, Millie, make it with edge, please.
And I have turned my glasses back into stars.
No.
oh, there we go. That was a wild ride. A natural 20 and a natural 1. Or a natural 19
18.
and a natural 1. Mine total was 20.
What have we got for Alexander?
Can I even try rolling?
Oh,
Do it.
are we all rolling?
It's
on
an
that?
everybody
Look,
check.
we're all there, so
Yeah.
14.
Well, let's see what this new dice
Well.
does for me, shall we? Oh,
Story point. Story point. Story
Two
point. Story
dice.
point. Story point.
17.
Oh, no, that's all really good.
Good, new D20.
You all hear before you see just this very faint noise of the grass being disturbed. Just this faint rubbing of something. And then a hissing sound.
That's snake scales on grass.
Mm-hmm. And then the first of several snakes.
Oh.
Small and large. Very few native to this area, or even to the United States.
I want to try and pet the biggest one.
Make me an animal handling check.
17? That's twice this D20 has given me a 15. Thank you, Jay.
Something appears. Michael, can I touch it?
Straight away.
pet
Can I
that
touch it?
dog?
You reach over and you pet this snake that is like yay thick. You know?
Chunky.
Nice big
Um,
ball python.
Yeah. And
Good scritch under the chin.
it doesn't appear to be aggressive. It's just mooking its way through the garden. It doesn't stop, but it doesn't attack you. It doesn't.
I follow the snakes.
You
It's
follow
either a
them.
welcoming committee or like surveillance.
An
serpents.
escort.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You follow them through these statues. You follow them through some hedges and beneath trees that provide shade, out to an actual workbench where there is a length of marble, hammer and chisels, a set of chisels, and you see Medusa out there. She has a yoga mat out. She's wearing a sports bra. She's wearing leggings, and she's just stretching. She's just getting ready for the same fight that you were getting ready for earlier.
Winslow, keep your eyes in your head.
Too late.
Alexander just like closes Winslow's mouth.
The big snake just kind of coils around the workbench and almost acts as a separator, just staring at you all, particularly Winslow, Alexander, and Daniel. It doesn't make any moves towards you, but if you try moving any closer, it does get a bit more aggressive.
Oh, can I no longer pet that dog?
No.
Not a
Oh,
dog, it's a snake.
they're all dogs, just in different bodies.
I
What
don't
about cats?
think that.
No, cats are aliens. They're different.
Okay.
Oh, good morning, Medusa, and the garden is very lovely.
She looks across at you
Brilliant.
and just, my thank you. I've spent quite a few years getting it to look like this. Unfortunately, not all of the statues are marble.
I assumed.
Yes,
I
it
see.
seems like all of your previous visitors haven't been too friendly.
No.
Assured, we mean you no harm.
These
We're
are
just here as
just
moral
a
support.
selection of some of those who have tried to do me harm over the years.
Just to be upfront, I don't actually mean you harm. I just love a good fight.
Interesting.
I
That's
don't
not
know where the
something.
urge comes from, but I just having it out in a
It's
good
'cause you're
old
short.
brawl is.
It's because you're short.
You see what I have to put up with?
You
I do
asked me to
often
be
find
here.
that men are rather rude, abrupt, direct in a way that I do not care for.
Noted.
I was like, I just see the taking notes meme in in Winslow's head.
Now that they know that like we're friendly, can I continue to pet that dog?
I wouldn't.
Okay.
He gives hugs.
But they're danger hugs.
Very dangerous.
Yeah, I can see that.
He likes to ensure that my privacy is respected.
Valid.
Well, my dear,
Shall we?
yes, I suppose the day's not getting any earlier, brighter, and at least it's not
And on
raining.
that note, Millie is going to activate civilian superpower to see Medusa's aura.
Ooh.
I should open up my list.
I'm doing exactly the same thing.
Oh no, where did I put it?
She is.
Aha, there we go.
I'm going to say she is purple with shades of green.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And
She
Millie will kind of nod her head as she steps closer in. Let's do this.
she stands up, sort of twists her back and her shoulders cracks and looks at everybody else and just, you do have those glasses, yes?
And just plops them on and
Could I put them on?
pulls
I
a
would
violin from
suggest
out of
so.
nowhere.
And perhaps just back up a few feet just in case. And she stands, and when she stands properly, she begins to stand just a little taller as her legs almost seem to meld together just below the waist, stretching and elongating into a more serpentine tail, which adds maybe 4.5 feet to her size, to her height. coiling
That's
underneath her.
that makes her more than double my size.
I'm just I'm sitting like between Daniel and Alexander, and was like, is it weird that I'm still into this?
Alexander's already started playing one of the songs that he saw on the iPad as fight music on the iPod.
The hair on her head becomes the snakes that you were expecting to see and that you could see through the glasses that are just writhing and dancing, moving in all different directions, ready to attack. And she just looks so much more ready for fighting, for combat. Scales.
If you look at Millie, she's got a stupid big grin on her face because she's excited. She's panicky, but she's excited.
Roll me initiative, please.
Go, Millie. Go, Millie. Ooh.
What song would you like to be playing during this fight?
It's just the Black Parade.
Alexander's just there with his guitar then that keeps shifting into a violin when it needs to. He's playing both pieces of music.
Winslow pulls out pom-poms.
Why did it roll twice? I don't know why it rolled twice. Oh no, it only rolled once on there. 18.
Yeah.
Start making tons of sketches.
And I
am 18 with snag. Wow.
Which is going to be really bad because I'm going to roll
I had
with
snag.
edge,
That's why.
And I'm probably going to get less than. Oh no, I got 20. Okay, I don't feel awful. I was going to say I'm rolling with edge. You know, in my luck, I'm going to get like a 6. Medusa leaps forward first. The tail, the extra height, everything just giving her a bit more movement, and she just lunges straight away, delivering a quick 1-2 that is more speed than power.
That does not hit.
I didn't think so. That Millie just toughness or evasion?
Toughness.
Toughness. Millie just takes, but doesn't break a sweat.
Smile gets bigger.
Which goes to you.
Millie's gonna be like, I haven't really done much with all of this yet, so I might be apologizing. And she's going to use Forgotten Fist, but also deactivate as a free action the civilian superpower and try and mesmerize her.
Ooh.
Oh no, that's only a 10.
So the Forgotten Fist is definitely not going to hit. She is going to try another follow-up punch as she ducks beneath yours.
We're rolling like shit, Matt.
Like two sides of the same coin.
Right?
This time, since it's low enough, I will use the evasion and just duck under her.
Yeah, literally. Do you even need to duck? Like, just like, ha, you missed.
All right. Then Millie's just gonna come out with a regular, unarmed strike. Let's see if that'll hit. No! I rolled a 3. No.
Oh my.
There we go. That hits.
Does she hit?
Yes.
Right. She throws out a follow-up blow as you attack her. This time, when she hits, she manages to twist her whole body up your arm and coil around your chest with her like snake-like limbs. and grapples you.
Danger hug! Danger hug!
Yep. Danger hug. So you
Nice.
take 1 point of damage, 1 point of blunt damage, and you are now grappled.
Okay, I can still attack while grappled but not move,
Yep.
correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then it's going to be a like both fists strike down in an unarmed attack.
Kirk.
Come on. Come on.
Oh.
Critical 13.
Unfortunately not.
Oh,
Come on, Millie.
this is so sad.
Didn't believe that this advice would be necessary, but generally you want to hit your opponent when you are fighting them.
Alexander
all right.
stops playing Black Parade and starts playing something with a bit of a faster tempo.
But that was my go.
Welcome to the jungle.
She so close to you and wraps around you, she just starts punching into your faceplate of your helmet.
Another point of damage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down to 1, but
Oh, no.
now I'm going to pull out. I'm going to spend a personal power point for emotional mastery. Let me remember what this does for me. I gain an upshift to all of my unarmed strikes, so that'll be helpful. And I'm gonna go for another unarmed strike. 1 shift up. No!
Oh my god.
Millie is doomed to not be able to.
For anybody watching, we've just been like 15, 10, 11, 3, 19, 13, 29. Like, and we're both rolling a d20 and like a d4, d6. This should be going better than this.
My D20 was doing well until I got into the fight.
It's bad.
Oh, I'm down.
You've just been increasing by 19, 20, 21.
Yeah. Medusa apparently is on it because she takes one more hit, cracks your faceplate, and then punches through and hits you and just takes you to the ground. But as soon as she breaks through your faceplate, she transforms back into her more human form. The snakes hidden beneath her hair, or the appearance of hair, that tail concealed by legs, scales that had begun to crawl up her body, gone. And she's very careful to check that there's no petrification, that the glass or whatever it is in the faceplate hadn't hurt you before helping.
There's
like,
still, I
ripping the
might be
helmet
out,
off.
but still
Just still a
fucking
huge
smile on my face.
Sleepy grin. Yeah.
Yeah. She
I got my duel,
rips
I'm
the helmet
happy.
off and pops it to the sides, and one of the snakes brings over smelling salts and like a whole first aid bag.
Dr. Medusa.
Cracks the smelling salts open and just shoves them under your nose unceremoniously, just straight under your nose, like take a whiff sort of thing. And you
I
just
imagine that Millie like just sits straight up, and then Eve curls around to her face and just hisses like, "Bitch, I was there too."
Well,
Wow.
that
I
was fun.
mean, I was hoping I got at least 1 hit in, but you're fast.
You have to be.
I imagine. And Millie will reach out a hand for a handshake and just be like, "Anytime you want another duel, I'm in."
You really don't learn, do you, dear? But it was fun. It
Listen,
has
I'm not
been
gonna
a
learn
while.
unless I find more. So
That's fair. Of course, I'm willing to throw down, as the children would say, whenever you're free.
And then Millie's gonna kind of walk over to where she left all of her stuff, and on her bag she's going to pull off a rainbow serpent charm that she had on the zipper, and here, have this for winning.
Thank you. You know, they used to give me gold and swords and trophies. But I
Well, I
quite
mean,
like this.
it's the actual rainbow serpent from like down in Australia. Thea and I were down there last year, and all the stories about the rainbow serpent were so cool. And so I have like 6 of these. So if you ever want another one.
Thank you. And she just clips it to the band of her top. And just sort of dangling just there. And she's like, thank you very much.
And if you ever want to do girls' night with Thea, Aphrodite, and I, we're in.
That could be dangerous, but intriguing.
Since I never actually dropped the auras because I never hit her, is there any change in the aura?
There is a change in the auras where she was showing off sadness. The sadness is gone. The green is gone. It's gone. The any emotion she was exhibiting before the fight, that's gone. The purple is still there, and I will say,
Well, that's joy.
oh, yep,
Joy and happiness.
Yep, okay, yep. So she's
I
also
named it after
Just can't be happy.
the emotions that were
my brain
actually in
my
the
brain didn't process
Purple
that as
Ranger.
happy for some reason. Yeah, she's also exhibiting that.
Say
Yeah.
Winslow's aura probably also changes as he thinks about pillow fight sleepovers.
Oh. Millie just is like super jonesed from all of that and excited, and she's like, yeah, I made a friend, I'm excited.
Make me a persuasion check with
Roll for
edge.
friendship.
Come on, don't let me down this time.
Seriously.
12.
She moves over to the marble table, and there's a sheet over half of it where she appears to have been working on something, and she pulls it back, reaches, and pulls out a shield. It is probably about in the size of her entire torso, and when she brings it over to you, she kind of, not aggressively, but thrusts it towards you in a way that suggests that she really does not want it, even though she has collected it and has had it for quite some time. And one of the things you do
I'm
see
going back in
on
my
it,
notes. Give me a second. Is this the shield we were looking for? Of
it
course,
is
yes.
the shield you were looking for. Yeah. One of the things you do see on it is a raised approximation of a Gorgon's head. Of her head.
Millie kind of picks it up because she's strong. Like, it only comes like an inch off the ground. Picks it up and is looking at it and kind of turns it towards Daniel and is like, do you think we could do something about the design?
Daniel will appraise the size and shape of the shield, not looking at the design since he's just been asked to fuck with that. So, I can work with this. Give me a couple days. and he'll take the shield from Millie.
I believe the shield itself has power from Athena, from what I am aware of.
Mm-hmm.
If you were able to break it into fragments, one for each of you, and combine it into your own suits, you may be able to take some of that power.
Ooh.
But either way,
I like how you think.
I would like you to take it away.
Of course.
Breaking it is a bonus. I have yet to be able to do so, though I have tried.
Well, we will
The-
let you know if we succeed.
The history major in Winslow was visibly hurt at the idea of breaking a priceless ancient artifact. But yeah, makes sense.
I also, she moves back over to her workbench and writes down a number, a email address, and a website of all things, and hands it over to Millie. And this is an individual who may be able to help you with other such projects. He has tried to break this for me too, but was unsuccessful. He's much better at building things than he is at breaking things. But he may
Does it
be...
have a name on it?
It doesn't.
I know who it is as player, but
It doesn't, but it does have just 2 wings. Like she's drawn a pair of wings above the phone number. And she just says, he's eccentric. He's lived a long, long life where he perhaps shouldn't have. But he's a very inventive soul. He's lost a lot because of the gods, and I believe he would be keen to help you.
sympathetic to our cause.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll take any help we can get.
While this is going on, from in the background, as Alexander is quite a physical performer, he may have accidentally, like whilst he was performing, stumbled a little bit too close. So from like just off in the background, you just say, Medusa, dear, little help, as he's just being squished by the snake.
Dude.
Could
Really?
Millie go up and like try and soothe the snake to let him go? With my
Medusa
animal
looks over at the
handling?
snake and is just, I did warn him, and looks away. So, Millie,
I got a
make me-
14 on my animal handling.
Is that with all of your upshifts for different?
That's with my. Oh, I would have an upshift from the.
For snakes. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna just roll a
Snakes.
d6 because that's my handler perk. There we go. Nope, doesn't make it any better.
That's fine. You walk over and you kind of coax the snake into behaving itself slowly, and it very slowly, after giving Alexander a very tight squeeze, which I'm going to say Alexander takes 1 point of blunt damage as a result of. It does ease off, crawl up Millie's arm, and then kind of because of the size of it, when it crawls up Millie's arm and across Millie's body, it's basically covering Millie.
Millie is gone.
There is,
Yeah.
Millie's head, Millie's hands, and a snake.
And then another smaller snake.
Yeah. It's just another small
Like,
snake. It's
what's
like,
happening?
Yeah.
Get off my mom.
Snake. Listen, if I wasn't here right now, I would be petting a real life snake over my shoulders. So
Alexander just, he's a good guard snake, isn't he?
they're good. Scritches under the chin.
And at least he
Our hands
only
collide as we
constricts.
both try and scritch under the chin.
Oh my lord.
Several of
So-
those are poisonous.
Sorry, I didn't mean to stumble
I mean,
too
she
close.
is too.
I get a bit into my music.
I mean, you probably know more about Eve than I do, but she's very intimidating and she's poisonous and she's super cool.
If she ever wants to have a play date with others of her kind, feel free to drop her off.
Okay.
Do snakes have slumber parties?
They do now?
They have a safe space to roam where nobody can bother them, and plenty
Yeah,
of food.
Eve spends a lot of time in my snake pack because people get scared.
No screaming, no stomping, no noisy, angry vibrations to disturb them, or scents to upset them.
Eve, do you want to come out here like at least a couple times a week to just decompress? It'd probably be good for you. I just get a hiss back. Yeah. I can't understand her yet, but one day.
Snake language. When?
Maybe when we meet Demeter, she can help with that.
Start speaking parcel tongue.
Medusa looks over at Daniel and you're
Daniel is checking out the shield. He is not paying attention.
Daniel.
I know.
Daniel. Hello. Well,
What? I'm busy.
He's very brash, but still
Uh,
cool.
he's
Daniel,
not
some decorum. You're
a bad
Heavy question mark. Yeah.
male.
Alexander, what happened to you?
He got hugged.
Good lord,
He
is
had a
Killian there
danger
as
noodle
well?
hug.
If somebody could please inform him when he is less focused that his sister wishes me to teach him some sculpting. Real sculpting. Chisels, hammers.
I had a feeling it was you she was talking about.
You want to be a sculptor, Daniel?
Sculpting? Absolutely not.
Well, I guess there's your answer.
Well, I do
Wait,
enjoy disappointing
answer is-
Amelia.
The answer has changed. The shield cannot be fixed by paint alone. The structure needs to be fixed.
Did he think that paint would break the shield?
I mean, it's like his medium or whatever. So I guess, yeah.
If not break the shield, fix the horrid design at least.
It is horrid. Thank you for noticing.
On
You
the
did
note
not
of
capture
disappointing
my
Amelia,
essence at all.
No,
Oh.
really didn't.
on the note of disappointing Amelia, maybe don't tell her I was here.
I mean, I figure I'll just pretend that I don't know you if she ever talks to me. Like,
You did upset my snake.
I didn't mean to upset your snake. I get into my music, and yes, we're providing ambience. I may have accidentally stumbled a bit closer. I do
You were
apologize for that.
warned.
I know. I do apologize.
I make no such guarantees.
I mean, it's not
Perhaps-
like Amelia's setting out to be match made with him. Oh, wait, yes, she is.
Perhaps she might commission a statue of him.
If she does, let's hope she doesn't ask you to make it. And with all due respect, I quite like being fleshy.
I work
She
with
does it in marble too.
no, but wait, no. What if we just have a statue of you made and we just give that to her and maybe she can focus her attentions on the statue and not you?
That's not gonna work. You don't understand women very well if you think it will.
I mean, it's worth a try. I don't know, and be entertaining.
After hearing this, Daniel will turn to Medusa and say, "Enjoy your date with him."
Yes. I'm beginning to wonder if perhaps I should go on the girls' date instead.
Daniel will also hand her the a card with his personal number. You're free to teach me the ways of sculpting.
Daniel hates it so much he can't remember the name.
No, I'm just uncultured.
Teach me how you do the thing with your hand and the clay and the.
We're going to ghost
Teach me how
us.
to Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie.
Call me when you are free to instruct me. I will arrive at any time.
I shall. Thank you. I will ensure my snakes do not prevent your accessing this area.
That would be greatly appreciated. Yeah, Daniel's going to get back to creating designs. Creating designs for the shield.
Very respectful.
Like, even if we're eventually going to break it, it won't be in 5 pieces of this. This is garbage. Horrid.
She
Disgusting
strongly agrees.
And rude.
Strongly agrees.
I'm gonna fix this.
It's like not even your face. Like, I don't know what that is, but it's not you.
It is the construction of people who misunderstand someone.
Yeah.
All I know, as I said, is I wish it gone and torn asunder.
We
For sure.
shall
We'll
do
our
our
best.
best.
Yeah.
My thanks.
Get out of my head, Millie.
Millie does pull out one of her knuckle dusters and just tries to like slam into it just to see. And it's the power weapon knuckle duster.
Make me an unarmed attack roll with your upshift.
Break this before I have the chance to fix it. I will be quite cross with you.
Nope.
What did you get?
4.
You hit it and it just like rings out like a gong, and you feel the vibration traveling up your arm, like to your core, and it is
I rolled
sickening.
a 2 on both of my D20 and my D6. The dice hate me today.
With the duel finished and now having a new lead to follow, a shield to break, but to create a fresh, artistically first, a snake that has slightly crushed Alexander. Maybe more his spirits than his body.
Millie limping and
Millie slightly more bruised than she started the day with. And Winslow maybe with a few more ideas.
Would you like someone to carry you?
she just flips him off over her shoulder and keeps limping forward.
Aphrodite, who didn't come through the garden, is waiting for them at the limo. And when she sees Millie, she's like, ooh, yes, I have to say, I did fight her myself about 40 or 50 years ago, and I had a similar experience. She is very
Listen,
quick.
I told her she is. I told her I'm down for a duel anytime, and we might be doing girls' night with her, so that's fun.
Did you when you say girls' night, did you determine what we were doing beforehand?
No, just girls' night.
We may have a different idea of what girls' night entails, perhaps, than a more modern society.
I'm intrigued.
We'll talk about it, dear.
I'm just glad I made a new friend.
Yes. None of you have been turned to stone. That's always good news. And Yes, let's head home and let's get you some. We'll get Yarek to make you a nice bath, and we'll get you some of those lovely those salts that you can throw in there, and you can just soothe away
Just
all
be
those
careful with the
pains.
bath salts. I've heard things.
Millie creates a group text with her, Thea, Aphrodite, and Medusa, and just sends a GIF that it's like besties.
Just a ding. Okay, everybody in the limo. Last one in is a rotten egg, and
In the limo.
Are you sure he doesn't want to borrow the in the limo?
He just doesn't want to be a rotten egg.
I
Because
mean, you made
with
it a
the
competition.
gods.
What?
Okay, that's fair. I was gonna say she might actually turn one of us into a rotten egg. So
Yeah. Son of
Alexander
Nike
dips into the jar.
competitions. It's a problem, I think.
She slides into the limousine, and once everybody else is in, it takes off at a nice sedate pace back to the house for a couple of hours of rest and recuperation before the date. Whilst everybody has that time to unwind and time to prepare for anything else, is there anything that anybody wanted to do? Any emails
Millie
to
wants to
fire
figure
off?
out where Winslow's taking Medusa and do super spy style to spy on the date.
I reckon Alexander could be persuaded into.
How does Millie try to figure it out?
Baseball bat.
Eavesdropping.
Make me an alertness check.
Perception?
Yep.
There we go. That's a 20.
So, in the preparation of the day, any plans that need to be made, any conversations that do need to be had, I will say that with the 20, unless Winslow is trying to be sneaky about it, in which case I would say roll an opposing infiltration check.
Okay, no, yeah.
I would say
Absolutely not.
she definitely overhears.
Or it's probably like sees the text thread or something. More like see, I'm being quiet about it. I'm not telling anyone what I'm doing, but I'm not actively hiding either. So
Yeah, Millie just like perches up on the phone or on the side of the arm of the chair. Words are hard, y'all. Like with inane small talk, just so she could read the text messages.
yeah, and as
And then
Winslow's
she
like
sneaks
confirming the tickets for a movie, and yeah,
Billy will sneak over to where Alexander and Daniel are, if Daniel's with them, and be like, so I know where they're going. Should we super spy style spy on them on their date?
Daniel is working on the shield.
That could be quite interesting. Yes, why not?
All right, I'm buying
I've got
us
nothing better
tickets.
to do tonight.
Millie has bought tickets that are behind where she saw Winslow's tickets were in the theater for her and Alexander.
I mean, if I were Millie, I would have made Alexander buy the tickets.
I mean, she's probably nicked a credit card by now, let's be honest.
just one of Alexander's 1,000 credit cards.
He just gets a notification of a charge on one of the cards.
So you have a new credit card in the name of.
Identity theft.
Power Ranger staple.
That's great. I actually have infiltration points.
I do too.
So,
Monsters.
Winslow, tell
Yeah.
us, take us through
Well, first, Winslow is keeping it casual because that's the kind of guy he is, and he's just wearing just like a white t-shirt with a Hawaiian button up thrown over open, and just simple sneakers and like board shorts. Like, he's not trying to be someone he's not, and he's not a suit guy. So, no tux. The afternoon begins with A Knight's Tale.
I literally watched that yesterday. So you're meeting Medusa there?
Yeah.
And I would say Alexander and Millie, make me, if you're trying to hide, make me an infiltration check. If you're not, just
Oh, absolutely trying to hide.
I suppose I should roll against you. I'm not going to see you, but I suppose I should roll.
Critical 21.
Critical 22.
You are monsters.
Sorry. I just love that. Critical 21, critical 22.
I'll take
And
that story
Winslow
point, though.
literally rolled a 1.
Story point.
Sorry, I'm just dying over here. That was fantastic. When you're waiting in the foyer of the cinema, Medusa walks in, and she, unlike you, she is wearing a sleek pantsuit. She is the suit itself is a very, it's black, but so black that it almost just seems to absorb all light or color. The shirt
Manta.
she's wearing underneath it is green, beautiful emerald green. She's wearing what appears to be diamonds around her neck, in her ears, and kitten heels. And she just looks maybe a little bit out of place, maybe a little bit overdressed. And she looks at you and just,
Wow.
oh, you didn't tell me the dress code.
I
So
sorry. Didn't even occur to me, honestly. But I'm not gonna complain. You look amazing.
thank you.
How do you take your popcorn?
Um, what's popcorn?
Oh shit. All right. Well, then we're gonna do it the right way. Comes back with some popcorn with lots of butter, lots of salt, and like 2 blue raspberry ices, because one is presumptuous.
Okay, that's that's very blue.
Yes. It even tastes blue. It's amazing.
When
What
Millie goes to get
flavor
popcorn
is
for
it?
her and Alexander, she dumps jalapenos all over in it.
I was gonna say the pair of us are like over in like the background of like the foyer with like a big pair of headphones and one of those little like listening devices.
Oh my god, a parabolic mic.
Yeah.
Have you watched many movies?
I've seen a lot of movies over the years, but mostly from the privacy of my own home.
I suppose that's fair.
I've
Have
grown
you seen A Knight's
accustomed to
Tale?
solitude. Knight's Tale. No, not that I'm opposed to more recent films, but I've seen a lot of black and white movies more recently myself.
That's fair.
There was
This
one I
one's really
watched
good.
not too long ago. They did a lot of interesting things with special effects. There were skeletons moving about and strange creatures, and it was all very Greek.
Clash of the Titans?
Yes. It didn't get many of the
I
details
thought
right,
about
but
I thought about that one, but I figured that was too, I don't know, maybe on the nose, or you wouldn't be into it.
it was
But
intriguing. But as I said, they didn't get many of the details correct.
that seems likely. Yeah.
In fact, I do believe there was a man in a costume. I don't think that was an actual sea creature.
Probably a little outside their budget, yeah. Shall we?
Yes.
Canonically,
But
Poseidon is now in the movie making business and randomly will slip real creatures into the movies.
I was gonna say, in this universe, all of the monster movies do actually use real monsters.
how do we get this within our budget? Real monsters.
Ah, real monsters.
What do you do as
Oh,
a
I love
monster in
that
today? The movie business.
That's our new job opportunity. That's our new job market. Monster tamers.
Listen, Millie and Alexander got that on lock.
I'm kind of loving
Money,
this
money.
idea, actually. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, she follows you into the cinema. She does not see Alexander or Millie. She rolled a 19.
Oh my God.
Close, but no cigar.
Oh, Jesus.
So she follows you into the cinema, takes her seat, takes her blue icy, which she kind of looks at suspiciously. And what flavor is this supposed to be?
Blue raspberry. Doesn't really taste like raspberries, but it's delicious.
Raspberries aren't.
I know.
Just let it happen.
Just try it.
She takes a sip,
Don't drink
winces
it too fast. You
slightly.
get brain freeze.
Yeah, she takes a sip, winces slightly as it does kind of hit her heads, and then just places it very delicately in the cup holder and is just like, that's an experience, thank you.
Yeah, of course. Movie.
So this knight's tail, why does he have a tail?
Tale. Like
Oh, a
a tale of a night.
story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My apologies.
No, that's an understandable mistake. Yeah.
And as the film goes on, she does try the popcorn, but not very much of it because it's very buttery and messy for her fingers, and she's wearing this very expensive suit, and she's kind of like, what do I do?
Oh, wait, there's like 1,000 napkins. Also, like, yeah, no, we're good there.
But when it gets to the end, she's like, is it me or was it seemed very football hooligan-y? Did you get that feeling?
I see what you're saying.
Like
Yeah.
they were all chanting like in the football games, not the
Mm-hmm.
American football, but the football games.
Yeah. It's true. There were definitely some artistic liberties taken, but I think that's part of the fun of this movie. Like,
And I don't think he was a real knight.
no, probably not.
Even when
I think
the prince said
it's
that he was,
loosely
I don't
based
think he was
on.
telling the truth.
Yeah. It's like it's loosely based on one of Chaucer's actual writings, from what I remember.
Okay.
Yeah. Thus,
So
the
that man
inclusion
wasn't
Chaucer,
Chaucer.
not the actual Chaucer. No, Paul Bettany, no. Yeah.
I
What'd you
imagine that both Millie and Alexander have cried over the movie.
I mean, same. I'm just like,
I'd like to throughout the entire again off in the background, like maybe up in like a box window seat or something. It's a posh cinema, okay? They're sitting there with
I don't
the
think it is
listening
a posh
device.
cinema.
But they've got, like the fancy opera goggles. They've each got a pair of them.
Alexander just
watching
has
it
those
out.
We
lying
didn't
around, I'm
actually
sure.
get seats in the theater. Millie somehow found tickets that are like triple the price, and you actually get to sit up in the
In the
box where
streaming.
they're
Yeah.
Yeah, in the
where they're
projector's room.
showing it. Yes.
Just that with our little opera glasses, like watching the date. Trying
So,
not to be heard when crying over the film.
you said there were other films, I do believe. What else are we watching?
Oh yeah, there's another movie later. There's some in between stuff first.
Oh,
I made a plan. There's a day.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, lead on.
Yeah. Now we eat.
Fretting, I am starving. I could eat a horse.
I don't think they have horse there. We can ask.
A cow?
Cow, definitely. There's definitely cow.
Fantastic.
We go to where did I lost it? The White House Sub Shop. It's not a fancy place by any means, but very good sandwiches. Right. Noted for their meatballs and cheesesteak sandwiches amidst a no frills setting.
She's
Millie and Alexander are ordering pizza across the way.
she's definitely out of place here. But
Yeah.
she owns it. She walks in all confidence, looks over the menu, and then proceeds to order 4 subs. 4 subs with just meat and vegetables, peppers, cheese, everything she can find.
Amazing. I don't think Alexander could hold 4, but he does get like 2. Or who am
Winslow.
I? Winslow.
You're Winslow. None of us know who we are. But
I thought
Daniel.
that was my
Winslow's
problem.
so
I
into
have
this
to
he
deal
forgot
with
his name.
people.
Yeah. Like,
She finishes the first one,
Wow.
polishes off the second, and then takes the other 2 with her, and she just very nice food. They didn't have a cow, I did ask, but they were willing to put as much meat into these as they were ever.
yeah. I think it's probably hard to find a whole cow just ready to eat nowadays. All right. Well, have you ever played skee ball?
No, I've skied and I've thrown balls.
All right. This is
Not at
not
the same
quite a
time.
combination of the two, though. It's a little bit different. We mosey down to an arcade. I love this game so much. I don't even really know why. It's just insane. I think I have a problem. But yeah, show her how to play skee ball.
Let's make 3 targeting rolls each.
Okay. Can I do athletics instead?
I will say you can do athletics instead.
I don't have targeting.
No, I've just realised neither does she.
And this is sports.
So
Yeah,
why
she's definitely not
what,
winning this.
while like the meal was going on, I'd like to say that we were like hiding behind newspapers, like in like a dark corner of the restaurant. And then now they're in the arcade. We've like stopped along and picked up like we've both got trench coats on, like glasses and like a wig with a big hat on, like
Oh my
standing over,
God.
like playing games in the distance.
Millie has very specifically won a giant teddy bear to hide behind.
Oof. It's not a good showing. Winslow's nervous.
You narrowly beat her, but it is close. You both managed to throw balls into the smaller points, the 10s, the 20s. You both managed to hit those higher point holes, but when she tries to go for one of the 30s, she misses and it sinks into a 10. You do the same and you get that 30 and just manage to get just a few points more than her, making a difference. And she looks across at you and she just...
Yeah, it's not an easy game. Like, and even you can be off easy. It's like baseball is easier, honestly. But I don't know. There's just something about like the focus of a good skee ball game. It like helps me work through things, you know?
I'm not sure I like this skee ball. No, did not mean to do that. I'll edit that out.
That's fair.
It's
Air hockey. Oh, go ahead.
perplexing. When I was young, our games involved much more fighting.
Yeah.
I would bet good money that there's a laser tag somewhere.
Probably. We could try something in that vein. I mean, I'm not something I'm very good at, but
Do you have swords and spears
it's
around here?
fun.
I can show you some very practiced moves.
I know there's a laser tag. I don't. I think down the street there's like a jousting place or something. Like they have the like. Do you ever? You've probably never seen American Gladiators, but there's like. If you want to like hit me into a foam pit, we can do that.
It doesn't have quite the same appeal to it, to be honest with you.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
Millie's the one who gets beat up with her.
Not a lot of sword and shield opportunities around here, really. So I'd be happy to give that a whirl sometime.
I'll
Never
keep that in
really used
mind.
a sword. Yeah.
I had plenty of time to train with my sisters as they were.
Yeah. What's it? Maybe this is rude, but like tell me more about you. If you are like
What do you wish to know?
I don't everything really, but there's just 'cause there's everything I've read, everything I've studied, but I know that doesn't even scratch the surface.
Millie and Alexander now have cotton candy that's big enough to hide our faces so we can get close enough to eavesdrop.
I have lived a very long and solitude life. I've died. Several times, in fact. But Hades and Persephone do not feel I have done anything to deserve this. do not feel like
Points for Hades and Persephone.
I do deserve to stay down there.
You don't.
They keep me around for time, but often just to talk, to dine, to ensure that whatever has befallen me has gone and wandered away, and then release me back into the world. Sometimes only a few years has passed, sometimes longer, once centuries. They are good
Well,
hosts.
Persephone is great. Hades is a little standoffish, but I suppose it's understandable.
He has a great weight upon his shoulders, but he's much greater than either of his brothers. I think perhaps he has a bad PR image.
I think so. Yeah, he does actually seem like the most well-adjusted brother, and
All things considered,
yeah,
he means well. He just, I suppose, when it's your responsibility to ensure that people receive their just desserts,
yeah.
and to ensure that they don't go wandering away. I would imagine there are a great many of those that would like to do so, to escape. And
Yeah.
I've had many people over the years try to kill me, and many statues have lined the walls of my homes, the steps to my villa. I have moved, but it wasn't until perhaps 200 or 300 years ago that I became proficient enough with magic to ward my person, to bear another image. I'm still cursed. This, what you see, isn't me, not really, but at least I can go out in public without turning everybody that sees me into stone. And at least there are others, mostly goddesses, who I can associate with. And there are some mortals who, whilst they may not know of my particular gifts, I have working relationships with.
Yeah. We all need people in our lives. Do you want to break the curse?
I suppose that I am not sure about. What I
Would you
would
like a
like
choice?
is the choice. Too many choices have been taken away from me, and I've been faced with too much repercussions for choices that were not mine to begin with.
Okay, then we'll make that happen.
And truth be told, I would quite like to punch a certain god of the ocean over and over again.
I'd quite like to see that, but yeah, we will get you that choice. We will hold Zeus in a toilet if necessary to get you that choice.
I would
Poseidon,
like
not
to see
Zeus.
that.
Poseidon is who she wants to
Whoever.
punch.
Well, yeah, but like, so
Millie
who could break the curse,
legit
you think?
breaks her infiltration to say that, and then is oops and takes off.
To be fair, she'd quite like to see Zeus being like head shoved down the toilet as well.
Yeah,
Just,
Zeus and a
you know,
swirly. Yeah.
I mean,
so-
fair.
Poseidon, Poseidon 100%, Zeus, Athena, Athena.
Yeah.
Like 3 toilets side by side, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Just
You never deserved this.
we can agree on that. But the gods, goddesses, they don't see things the same way we do. They get very angry for things they see as,
Slights.
yes,
Yeah.
and
I mean, as
they
many
don't.
terrible things as you've gone through. I mean, I'm glad to meet you at least. Glad to get for a chance to get to know you.
It has been nice to spend time talking to you. It was interesting fighting Millie earlier as well. I do hope she brings Eve.
Oh, I'm sure she will.
As he stares at Millie in the distance.
Still running.
I mean, honestly, do I even see that? I may have not even. Yeah, no, I don't think I even. Yeah.
You didn't hear Millie say that
Nope.
and run off. Just so absorbed in Medusa.
Yep. Yeah. All right. Well, I think. Yeah, it's about. Yeah, if we should probably get back to the theater for the. It's about that time.
Of course.
Yeah.
Lead the way.
Yeah. This is I don't like on the way. What was ancient Greece actually like? Like there's not a whole lot left to really look at that hasn't been ravaged by time, you know?
It was beautiful, but not without its faults, of course. No civilization is. There was a lot of, considering there was nowhere near the number of people that there are now, there was a lot of
yeah.
fighting. There was a lot of war. There was a lot of conflict. But there was poetry. There was great science and mathematics. There were learnings and advances in medicine. Just overall, men, women bringing out the best in one another.
I can only
And then
imagine there's so much knowledge that we've just lost to time.
gods just bringing out the worst.
Well, maybe we can fix that.
Some of them should just be burned to the ground.
Maybe. They've done it. There's been enough bad shit that you might be right.
But it's difficult to tell which ones
Are worth
should-
saving.
Yes. Which ones have done the worst harm? We know Zeus, of course, has.
Oh God.
Yes, but
Tell me about it. You know, that fucking guy. That shit's personal.
and everybody knows about Poseidon and his own turbulent histories.
Yeah.
Wars fought over beauty.
Yeah. I never got that. Like, why you gotta be a dick? I don't. It's such a waste of time. Like, You have eternity, and you spend most of it sniping at each other and fighting, and just where's the joy? I don't know.
Not to sour the night, but there's always a question to pose. Nike was a close compatriot of Zeus's. She
Yeah.
brought him victory again and again and again.
And he repays it by kidnapping her and throwing her in a cell, presumably.
Perhaps he thinks with her, only with her, can he find victory once more.
Well, sucks to be him, because I'm going to kick him right where it hurts. In his ego.
I'd kick him in other places personally.
Oh, that too. Yeah, yeah, a baseball bat more accurately, but yeah. And movie 2 is The Princess Bride.
Another film I've watched only the last couple of days.
I did say in the Discord yesterday there will be action and romance. This next one is quite probably the greatest film ever made. So be prepared.
She seems more attentive to this film. She enjoys the breaks in the storytelling where the grandfather and the grandson are talking to each other, and the way their interactions kind of get more familiar as the storytelling goes on. And you see her smiling, and make me an alertness check.
Okay.
And if Alexander and Millie are still spying, or
I'm sure
spying
Yes.
once again, make me alertness checks, please.
Perception?
Yeah.
Yep.
God, I'm gonna spend a story point.
Woohoo! Critical 23!
I'm gonna
17.
spend that story point that I earned earlier.
Whilst this is happening, just out of curiosity, Daniel, how is the work on
come
the
on.
shield going? Have you formulated?
I want to think that I've painted what is eventually going to go on the shield. But I need to actually modify the shield's face for this to be as good as I want it to be. So the picture is like the painting is done, but I'm waiting to become a master sculptor before I start fucking with the shield.
Did you want, with the painting done, did you want to describe it now, or would you like to wait until it's ready to present?
I'll wait until it's ready to present.
Okay. Obviously, you've already told me. I'd love it. I'm just wanting to see when you wanted to tell the group.
Yeah, I will present when we are about to shatter the shield. Is when I will reveal it for the first time.
For the record, guys, it's fantastic.
I believe it.
It's almost
do too.
actually a shame that it is going to be shattered.
Everything I do is a work of art.
Yeah.
Listen, but if we
almost a shame.
incorporate it correctly, and then it also transfers to our Zords, then when we're one Zord, it's complete again.
That'd be weird.
Yeah, don't make it weird.
Okay, so let's have a look at these alertness checks. So,
Please don't.
for Millie, we got a critical 23. What did we get for Alexander?
17.
A 17, and we got a 6 for Winslow, which was an improvement on his 3. I'm going to say for Millie, with your critical 23, Alexander, unfortunately, with the 17, it's good, but not to beat the difficulty 20. because this was supposed to be a difficult check. Millie, you notice at the end of the film, when the granddad starts to describe how there are 5 kisses, such amazing kisses, she actually has a tear that just rolls down her cheek.
Hmm.
Just
Millie's
one.
sobbing.
I will say, and probably at about halfway through the movie, Winslow just has his hand open on the armrest just in case.
I'm gonna make an alertness insight check for Medusa. She does not understand the gesture.
Rough.
She makes sure that her arm isn't clogging, like taking up too much room on the armrest. And presumably, did you get her another blue raspberry?
Did she want another one?
No. Were there any other options flavor wise?
Cherry, Coke, bro. Or just there's also just soda. Like,
We'll go with cherry. So she sort of makes sure she's not taking up too much room because she thinks you're just like, oh, you needed a bit more room, and she just drinks her drink and eats some popcorn and just makes herself not small.
I think I need to
but
insight that
kind of
insight check.
makes herself a bit more secluded.
Does Winslow pick up on her not picking it up, or is he sad boy?
Roll me an alertness insight check.
Yeah. Oh no.
He is just a sad boy.
Just a sad boy. All right. That stupid dice.
Millie has taken her arm out of one of the trench coat sleeves to sob into.
She very, very subtly, this tear has just rolled down her cheek, she just kind of leans her head on her arm slightly so she can wipe her face when she moves her head. And Millie is the only one that notices. But the
Winslow's
tear
too
is
busy
gone.
wiping his eyes. Like, movie man. I swear.
Oh, that was rather interesting. Much better
Did you
than
like
the.
it?
Yeah, I did quite enjoy that actually. I liked the grandson and the grandfather. It was an interesting way of telling a story.
Yeah, definitely. Very.
It seems like a good book.
It is actually. Yeah. I have a copy. Or shit, I had a copy.
I will have to purchase one.
My home is a pile of rubble now. All right, nope, we're not going there. We're tonight is for good times and not for Duel and non-douchebags. All right.
I understand the feeling. I too have had a home reduced to rubble.
Well, shit. On that, I guess. Do you drink? I could use a drink now, I think.
Unfortunately, I have not drunk in many years.
Do you want to?
No.
Okay. Fair
But
enough.
I am not opposed to you drinking.
Mm. Yeah, it's a pretty chill bar nearby. Want to just hang out?
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Yeah, we'll do so. And I think at this point it probably just Winslow just trying to get to know her, like trying to ask more pointed questions. I think besides sculpting, obviously you're amazing at that and fighting, but like I don't know, what do you sew? What are your other hobbies? Like what do you it's just typical like getting to know you stuff.
I like to care for
Like,
my snakes, of course. I enjoy reading.
yeah.
I have a small library's worth of books. I do enjoy collecting antiques, although
Yeah.
that does feel like a strange statement because most of the antiques I collect are actually from around the time that I was born.
Hmm.
Um, particularly anything I can find that may hold power that I can use. So I do a lot of traveling, mostly for antiques or books, and I do rescue a lot of different snakes, which is why there are so many from different parts of the world. Beyond that, as I've said before, I spend a lot of time on my own, and what little time I do socialize, I do with the likes of Aphrodite.
Yeah. She's actually way more chill than one would be led to believe. Again, the mythologies are
She was much
not quite spot on.
wilder in her younger days. But when one is looked upon only as a source of inspiration for love or for reasons to fight for love, one wants to be seen for other things.
Yeah. She's actually pretty badass too.
She's incredibly badass. Although,
Should we start like a fight club?
I believe the first rule of Fight Club is that you're not supposed to talk about Fight Club.
You've seen that one?
I think everyone has seen that one.
That's fair. It's a great movie. Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, I wouldn't. There's probably so much we could all learn from Aphrodite, from you, on just how to handle ourselves better. Because this is a lot.
Training montage.
Yeah.
The only
There's a lot of
difference,
weight on our shoulders.
realistically, is that when we fought, when we had to fight, we weren't fighting to win, we were fighting to survive. It's a different mentality.
We
There's
could
no
use some
such
of
thing
that,
as
I think.
cheating. There's no such thing as dirty fighting. There are very few rules. You take someone down fast, and you take them down until they stop moving. As my
Yeah.
sisters like to say, you put the pointy ending, you twist it, and you keep twisting until stuff stops coming out.
Probably a skill we could all use a little more of, considering what we're dealing with. We need to make sure that we can survive, and then comes victory.
It does change you, though. You need to make sure you don't lose that part of you that you were chosen for.
I think I was just chosen because blood, but
I don't think that's true. You're not the only child of a god. You're not even the only child of a god currently. Zeus, the stories of Zeus are very, very accurate
oh
in
yeah,
most regards. And with his split, with his wife off administering to the relationships of others
we need to find
instead
Hera.
of fixing his,
Yeah.
There are many of his children running around.
They
You
might
were
be a
each
problem.
chosen for a reason, though.
I hope that's true. And I hope we don't lose whatever that was. This is going to be ongoing.
But this is supposed to be a positive night.
Yeah.
Third
No,
film.
I've had a really good time. Like,
What did you book us in to see?
oh, that was the last movie. Sorry.
Oh,
Just yeah. At this point, it's like what did they call it? I think a nightcap. What they call
okay.
it? Like we're just
My
yeah.
apologies. I thought there were three.
No, you're fine. Yeah. I mean, Fight Club might be playing somewhere.
I think I've had enough of Fight Club myself today.
Fair enough. Yeah. But I mean, if you're interested, I'd love to do this again sometime. Maybe we'll go fancy next time. Or I'll go fancy and you go casual and we'll go to a fancy place. We'll just make it weird, real weird.
Roll
Let
the
me-
mother of all persuasion checks.
Winslow gets a text of "invite us next time" from Millie.
Let me think. This was fun, and I'm not saying no.
Mhm. Yeah, of
But-
course.
This is not my usual.
I mean, maybe you plan the date next time.
That sounds nice. But I will let you walk me to my car.
I will happily do so. And I'll actually like hold out my elbow, like for a loop.
She places a hand, she doesn't loop her arm in yours, but she places a
Yeah,
hand
or
on
yeah,
your
yeah,
arm.
but
Yeah.
yeah.
And walks side by side of you, the clicking of her heels, like rhythmic, with Millie and Alexander still spying.
Of course.
You hear that faint violin like music in the background.
Do you hear that?
Honestly, I've been hearing violins all night, but I genuinely thought it was in my head.
Weird.
Just
The
hears
middle
over the
of the
winds the
movie.
words.
Anyway,
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah. Why are there anyway. Yeah, here we are.
the two of you walk to her car, which is it's a Shelby Cobra.
Green.
Old Shelby Cobra from the 60s, early 60s. And there's like no top to it. Anybody could steal it, except that there is a snake just coiled up in the passenger seat. And it lifts its head ever so slightly as you approach, sees Medusa, and just sort of settles its head back down. And she reaches in,
Wow.
opens the door from inside, clearly not locked. This was an interesting night. Thank you very much for
Yeah.
the movies.
Thank you.
I have to
Yeah.
say that I did not like the ice drinks.
It's okay.
There was
Just
too
wanted
much
to
flavorings in them.
Mhm. Yeah.
I prefer
Imagine if
fruits.
it's not something you like grew up with, it's probably acquired taste at the minimum. Yeah, I just wanted to show you like a little bit of my world, I guess.
It's
Like,
an interesting world, and one that I have hid away from perhaps a little bit too much over the years.
The violins start with a specific theme, and Millie's voice just very slightly. I can show you the world.
Hell?
And then you hear a crunch as a armored woman hits the front of the car and
No!
crumples the hood.
I want to. It might be a terrible idea, but I want to save the snake.
Oh, the snake's fine. The snake's in the passenger seat. It's fine. It just goes through the hood of the car, like the engine block, crushes it. The snake just sort of coils up and around the boot and around upper Medusa's shoulder. But this armored woman just crushes through the engine block of the car. She looks
The fuck?
majestic with blue armor, what appear to be wings on her back that kind of wind back in with an almost clockwork mechanical nature. And you see her helmet bears a owl-like motif upon it. And she ignores you, looks across at Millie and Alexander, sees you both, but settles her gaze on Medusa, who takes 2 steps back instantly
I
in
step in front of her.
recognition and what is clearly fear.
Yeah. Put my body in front of Medusa.
And she
Can
just
You must be Athena.
shrieks at her. Where is my
Alexander-
shield?
It's not yours
Can I
anymore.
run in and use my civilian superpower to try and blind her with the light,
You
so that
can,
Medusa can try and get away?
but that is where we're going to end the session.
Da, da, da.
We have to fight
Athena
Athena.
has
Oh,
entered
boy.
the chat.
Athena has
Yes.
entered the chat. F's in the chat. F's in all
Quick,
of the
someone
chat.
call Daniel and Thea.
Here comes a new
F's in all of the chat. But you have
And
also
Millie's
leveled
going into this not full. Oh, we have? Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic.
up. But before we get into that, favorite moment for yourself, favorite moment for another player, we're going to start with Daniel, otherwise known as Panic.
Favorite Daniel moment? Do you? My favorite Daniel moment was taking the shield, ignoring Medusa, and then going back on that because it's like, wait, no, I do need to know how to do this if I'm going to do this right.
I like how she was like, "Excuse me, oh, okay." I kind of like him because he's not rude and pushy.
Eccentric and weird. And my favorite moment for someone else was Millie asking Daniel to come to the fight to be mean to her. That's just really weird.
Keeps her on her toes.
Do you
Not
do you
that-
honestly want me to be here?
Yes. Help with my
I need the
anxiety.
negative reinforcement.
It's like that supportive elder brother that makes fun of you.
Never goats your boat.
Alexander, played by Michael.
Hello there. Favorite moment for Alexander was either being squished by a snake, because I did that to myself.
You did that to yourself.
But yeah, it has to be the shenanigans of us in the background on the date, just spying. Why not?
I mean, it helped me out a bit because I was like, what do I do with Millie and Alexander whilst it's on the date? I'll have to think of something for them to be doing. And all of a sudden, it's just like, we're going to spy on Winslow and Medusa. I'm like,
Why
bet.
not? It seemed
Yeah,
like fun
like,
shenanigans,
okay,
and I was
yeah.
I looked at my character sheet and I was like, I have infiltration.
Yeah.
I have a lot of infiltration.
Legit, like
Let's do something sneaky.
that just screams Millie and Alexander to me as they would be the ones to spy on the date.
Honestly, it's that kind of moment that really helps the GM out because it's like we're kind of splitting the party, but not really.
For someone else, it'd probably be Winslow getting to know Medusa. That whole the whole date sequence was very good. It was very well thought out. And good film selections as well.
I do find it kind of odd that I've watched
I thought
both
so.
of those films in a 24-hour period. Like literally, I watched one Friday night and one Saturday morning.
It was a little weird, yeah. Great minds, I guess.
Yeah. Winslow played by Michael.
For someone else, it's definitely the Spy Kids. And I mean, like, if I had to pick a specific moment, it's probably her not noticing his hand and him reading it incorrectly. And like unsure of what, because like she's amenable to another date, and yet she's like, I don't know what's happening right now. What is going on? It went well, right? It
She
did.
got an 8 on her insight check, and then you got a 7 on yours. So it's like,
Yeah.
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 For me, I have to say my favorite part for me was Spy Kids. And the fact that Millie kept fucking breaking the infiltration and Winslow still didn't
Nope.
notice.
He is not an observant boy.
For somebody else, definitely the Winslow and Medusa getting to know each other and him just completely throwing her out of her element on the date and just like, so this is what normal people do.
She's like, not where I'm from.
I can't just throw an Olympics arbitrarily.
But that's what I know. Olympics. We can wrestle and we can race and we can.
I mean, Winslow will happily wrestle Medusa. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I thought you was going to say that. As soon as I said it, I was like, Winslow's going to get himself turned to stone.
Worth it.
Well, thank you everybody for fantastic Duel and a Date and the inclusion of the Spy Kids. And what I know is going to be a fantastic unveiling of a shield design. Sucks to be the rest of you because I know and you don't. Haha.
Okay, we have a fight with Athena to keep us distracted.
Yeah. Super fun times for all. But yeah.
Did you say for owl?
For owl. It kind of did sound like owl, doesn't it? Yeah.
I was like,
We're gonna roll
is
with
that
that.
an Athena joke? You fuck.
Yeah.
Like, rude.
May the power protect you guys.
Yeah, hopefully.
And we'll see you all in 2 weeks' time. Bye everybody watching. See you soon.
Bye.
Toodles!